Do you love whimsy? I love whimsy. What's more whimsical than a cozy mushroom house? I don't have a lot of free time this week, so a nice, simple mushroom cottage felt like just the vibe. Okay, so first things first, this spawn was actually perfect because there's some really tall trees, and that was like a hallmark of this build. I want to preference this, like, I actually had a really hard time with this. Yeah, I guess I wanted it to be kind of like the roots in Peak. I don't know if you guys know Peak. Hopefully you do. It's a great co-op game, and one of the biomes are like these tall evergreen trees and mushrooms and stuff. And that was like, I was pretty inspired by that. It's like one of my favorite like themes in nature builds and stuff, nature environments. It's very whimsical and magical and enchanted, and I'm really a big fan of it. That being said, this is kind of a particular week. I have been so incredibly busy with appointments and appointments and appointments and work-related things that it's just like, not only have I not had enough time to work on videos, I have needed so much downtime from all of that because it's a lot. I don't know if you guys know this, you might, and I try not to be too personal, especially in my videos. I like to treat these a lot more professionally, but I am disabled, and that does come with a lot of challenges, and it comes with a lot of creative burnout because I need twice as much time to regenerate and recuperate than other people do. So if I push myself creatively too much, it just means that it's a little bit harder to do something the next time. So this was a little bit of a far cry to say, like, I really wanted to get something out there. I wanted something smaller scale that I could really approach and not stress about too much. That way I could actually get a video out for y'all this weekend, and I am very happy about that. I'm happy with the result, and I'm glad that I was still able to enjoy this process quite a bit. Now, you all were probably able to notice that I had been intentionally leaving a big spot in the center, and that is of course for our mushroom house. I put the pylon in pretty much first thing because it just fit the best, in my opinion. I wanted to build this around it, and it just felt like having that as a focal point, and especially on this spawn point. That way when you spawn in, you can just really go to any pylon around you. Yeah, so all I had really left to do was finish up the mushrooms I was working on, and then it was ready to work on the actual build. I was a little picky with everything I was doing, so I finished up these mushrooms, I did a little bit of touch-ups off camera, and then I went into building the mushroom house. I'm obviously bad at sharing my critiques a lot more than my likes for a build. We are our own worst critics, but this build specifically, I struggled with the fact that, like, to make this the vision that I had for it, it wasn't really going to match the other mushrooms. And I was like, should I do other big mushrooms in the area? And I wasn't totally sure what I wanted to do. But again, to keep this simple for myself and trying to let go of my expectations and lower the bar a bit, I just went with my idea. Said, screw it. I'm doing this for fun. I'm going to do what I like, and it doesn't have to be perfect. This doesn't have to be the best project I've ever done. So that's what I started with: the outline, the roof, and then went and got a little bit experimental on the way I wanted to do the walls. I tried to keep things mostly white because I wanted this to look as much like a mushroom for the entire time. I didn't want it to look like a mushroom house. I wanted it to look like somebody living inside a mushroom. Like, there's a little bit of a distinction there. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of that ease and that tension, or a lot of that tension gets eased towards the end when I kind of realized, hey, I actually like how this is coming together. This is looking good. This is what I want. And I was able to have fun with this in the end. The interior for this was so much fun. I haven't really been able to do too interesting interiors lately because a lot of my builds have been mostly focused on the background, which is great. I love builds like that, but I also love getting to do the interior when I get a chance to. So that was a lot of fun as well, and I'm really happy with how this came out. I was able to use some techniques with echo coding I had especially been sharing in some videos lately, and it just ended up looking really good. So I'm really happy with this. And I think it's about time I wrap things up and we can go over to a little showcase. that is going to be all for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching my process this week and checking out this video in general. I have no idea when you're watching this, if it's still this week or not, but it's always a silly thing to say, isn't it? I try not to keep time in my videos because it's kind of like you could be watching this 10 years from now. Like, it's kind of a weird concept to keep time markers in a video. But that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you have an awesome week, and I will see you soon. Bye!